First of all, I'd like to thank the Barr-Reeve media class for coming in today to help me demonstrate and show you how to set up the gun, how to set it to get shots up on the gun, and then ultimately how to take it down, how to put it back up. Number one thing with this machine is that don't be afraid to use it. It's very simple to set up, very simple to use, very simple to take down. We just want to make sure that we take care of it. So again, thank you to the Barr-Reeve media class. Number one thing on the machine is there's a red extension cord that goes with the machine, and it's always with the machine. So make sure that you run that to an outlet so that the gun has a power source. And then make sure at the end, when you put the machine up, that you roll the cord back up and then it's placed back with the gun for the next time that somebody uses it. So Evan, if you want to come on over here, we'll show how to set this machine up. The first thing is, this is the sensor, and these four eyes right here are what detect whether or not the shot goes in the net or not. So these sensors need to be pointed to the inside of the rim. This piece right here is just going to go up on top of the box. So once you have that in place, you're good to go. All right, from that point there, then you're going to pull out these four pieces that hold the net up. You get it situated like that. On the back side of the machine, there's a lever that you're going to pull up. Sometimes you need to place your foot on the base of the machine so that it doesn't move when you pull this lever. But when you pull this lever up, it's very easy to pull up. And then you adjust the hopper. There are also height adjustments on these as well. So if you want to make the net a little bit bigger, if you want to make it a little bit smaller, that you're able to do that. But from this point, you're good to go. The last thing I'm going to show before we have Pierce demonstrate how to use the machine is there is an on-off switch down here at the base of the machine. And so sometimes that's a little tricky because you've got your power source hooked up to the wall, but you do have to turn the machine on. And then we'll talk about when we take the machine down that before you do anything as far as removing basketballs from the machine, you always want to shut the machine down. Okay, so the first thing that we do when we get ready to shoot after we have the machine set up is we're going to put basketballs in the machine. It's typically recommended to shoot anywhere between 3 to 5 basketballs, but I found that 4 is really about the perfect number because invariably you're going to have a ball that's going to go out beyond the net and you're going to lose that, so then you still have at least 3. If you have 5 basketballs in there, they tend to kind of get caught up in the hopper. So we'll show Pierce here demonstrating with 4 basketballs. You just load the basketballs in the top of the hopper right here. And then before you're ready to shoot, you come over here and you use this display screen to set everything. Now the nice thing about this machine is if you're just coming in and you're shooting on your own, then you can decide where you're going to shoot from. And so when you click on and you highlight these basketballs on the machine, those are going to be the spots that you're going to shoot from. So we're going to have Pierce here shooting from 6 spots around the world. Now this indicator here shows how many shots that you're going to get per spot. So we can adjust that, and we're going to say that Pierce is going to get 3 shots per spot. This indicator over here is going to determine how many seconds between shots. If you put that down to 2 seconds, you're going to get rapid fire shots. So that's a little quick, especially for younger kids. Middle school and high school kids, typically about 4 seconds. And then younger kids, I would even go up to about 5 seconds between shots. But that's something that you can start and stop the machine from the base of the machine and adjust the time between shots. Some other really cool things on here is you can change the mode from normal, which would just be 3 shots per spot, and now it's here to where you have to make 3 at each one of these spots before you can move on, or you can put it that you have to make, in this case, 3 in a row. So there's a lot of different things you can do with the change mode, but we're just going to put it back to normal mode where Pierce is going to get 3 shots per spot. and we're going to go ahead and we're going to turn this on, and we'll show Pierce shooting some jump shots here with the gun here in just a second. There's another really cool thing that if you ever want to get in touch with me, there is a remote, so you can stand back away from the machine and you can start and stop it. But again, don't be afraid of the machine. Just operating it from right here is not a bad thing. Okay, so Pierce is now shooting. The gun is set to give him a basketball every 4 seconds. Now, like you saw there, that ball went outside the hopper, but he's still got 3 in the hopper. And one thing you'll notice is that the ball is coming to him a little bit low. So this has been set up for a younger player to use. So here in a second, I'm going to show you how to adjust the tension on the back of the machine. So again, notice that the pass is coming to him just a little bit low. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to come around here on the back of the machine, and there is a crank to adjust the tension. And so by adjusting that tension now, you'll notice that the pass is now coming to him at the appropriate level. So again, that is right here on the back of the machine to adjust that tension. One of the really cool things about this machine as Pierce is going around is on the front of the machine. Evan, if you can get the front of the machine, it will actually show your makes and your misses and your percentages. And right now, Pierce is shooting at a Steph Curry level. There's a reason why we got this guy out of retirement from the Barr-Reeve media class to come in here and demonstrate to us today. But this is really cool. There are some other really neat features about the gun. You can actually register and get yourself set up with an account on Shoot Away, to where you can put that in every time that you shoot on the machine, and all of this data will actually go into your personal account, or you can just track it yourself. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to shut the machine down now, and we're going to show you how to take this down after you get done with your workout. Okay, so now we're going to show you how to take down the machine. The number one thing that you want to do before you take down the machine is always turn it off. Just like anything else you use, you don't want something happening and a ball flying out, or putting your hand down into the hopper to get basketballs out. It's suggested that you have the machine throw all the basketballs out, but as long as the machine's turned off and you've got it unplugged, you're okay to take the basketballs out. When you take the basketballs out of the machine, make sure that you place them back onto this rack. If you get basketballs out of the closet, always use this black rack. We call that the JV rack. Shoot Away, the technology has really improved on the machines to where it doesn't nick the balls up, but that lever that pushes the balls out, it does mark the basketballs out. So we ask that our players use balls off of this rack and not the new basketballs on the varsity rack. So we always turn the machine back to where it's straight on, and then it's a very simple process when we take this down. Move it out, you take the sensor off, place it back here on the outside of the machine. It's got a Velcro strap that you can place it back on there. All right, and then now we're ready to take the machine down. We just simply pull this lever down. It collapses all the arms, and then you're just going to push these in on each 4 of the arms. Want to make sure, obviously, you don't have your hand up here on top to where it gets pinched here. But again, just push those in, and the machine is taken down. Now, we talked about the cord. So before you put this up, you're going to want to roll the cord up, place it back on the machine, and then last but not least, there's a cover that we always put over the top of the machine, and you'll find this cover on the machine when you get it out. But please put this cover back on, because what that cover prevents is any one of these pieces of the clear net from being caught on something to where it could rip it. So just make sure that you take care of the gun when you put it back up by putting the cord back on the machine so it's ready for the next user, and then putting the cover back on top of it. We always store the machine over in the corner by the boys' locker room. So once you're done shooting, if you could always put the machine back there in that spot, that would be very helpful for the next person that's coming in to use it.